So today I am making apple mystery dessert. A mystery dessert. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started, I guess. I already turned on the oven. So if you're making this, if you're following along, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And so we'll start with, oh, I meant to get cups. Forgot the cups. Let's see here. 3/4 cup. Oh, let me get these out of here. Yeah, these are ready for the boneyard, the graveyard, the mulch pile. But I wanted someone to see them for the very last time. They represent my love life. They are dried up and dead. Anyway, we've got first. See, I've got my ingredients all lined up here like little soldiers ready to die in battle, I guess. Whatever. They're gonna get eaten eventually. Uh, I did wash my hands, by the way, but like I've said before, what do you care? You're not gonna eat this. 3/4 cup flour, all-purpose flour. Of course, you can use whatever almond flour or whatever kind of flour you want. If you're gluten gluten free or whatever you want to whatever. Let's see. 350-ish medium oven, 400-ish hot oven. What? I 350 is what I turn mine to. Although it does kind of vary from some ovens heat hotter than others. So you just kind of have to use your own judgment based on what your oven does. 1 cup. I don't have a cup over here either. I have a 3/4 of a cup. Oh, I thought I was going to be all prepared this time. Well, no, that's not going to happen. Ugh. All right, here it is. Ah, yes, I did go to the store because last time, whatever I was making called for brown sugar, called for a cup of brown sugar, and I had exactly 1 cup left. So I was very, very fortunate to be able to incorporate that ingredient. So 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup firmly packed brown sugar. Get that? Firmly packed. I don't know what that means. 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. Where are my teaspoons? I didn't bring the teaspoons over here. My gosh, what's wrong with me? I was more worried about my makeup, how I was going to look on camera than being all prepared. Ridiculous. What did I say it was? 1.5 teaspoons. Well, we'll just see if it one and that looks like a half. Baking powder. Gotta make sure I picked the right one. I was pretty sure I got out the right one. Baking powder. Powder, baking powder. Um, Anybody asking any questions so far? Oh, I hate these on the chat things. It's so hard to read sometimes. I prefer dark brown sugar to the other. Actually, I was in the grocery store and I was looking dark brown, light brown, and I was like, it seems like most recipes call for light brown sugar. I don't know if it really matters that much. There's probably more flavor in the dark brown, I would think. But mm, it's all right. It'll be good no matter what. What did I put in? Baking powder, half teaspoon salt. I'm not going to measure this. Uh, that looks like half teaspoon. I think I'll need the salt again, so I'm going to leave it out. Okay, so it says a dash of mace if desired. I don't have mace, never used it. But one alternative you can use is nutmeg, because apparently they come from the same plant. So I'm going to put a couple dashes of nutmeg in there. I like nutmeg. And then a dash of cinnamon. It's a little more than dash, but I like cinnamon, so there we go. 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Neat. Yes, dark brown. What? What? I like rum. Oh, what are we talking about here? Nutmeg and cinnamon in my homemade apple pies. Oh, yeah. Light brown can be beet sugar instead of cane. Oh, okay. Yes, dark brown sugar has a rum taste. Yeah, I like rum, but I got the light brown this time. I don't know how much is in here. Let's see. I don't think I'm almost out of this. This is almost gone. And that's about 1 teaspoon. I did when I went. Oh, wait. Do I want to put that in yet? No, I don't want to put that in yet. I want to do the dry ingredients first. Uh, I'll just set this down. I forgot. I was just going along and not really paying any attention. Y'all are distracting me. That's what it is. All right. I'm using a whisk to mix up the dry ingredients because the whisk helps eliminate the lumps. The lumps. The lumps. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm not going to sift my ingredients. I do have this nifty little sifter that I've used a couple of times, but it's more difficult to wash. You have to kind of take it apart and stuff. And that's just another thing to take care of when you're done. And I don't want to do all that. All right, that looks pretty good. There are a couple lumps in there, but they're just brown sugar lumps. So whenever you bite into this dessert, you get a little lump of brown sugar. That's not so bad, is it? I like brown sugar. Mixed up the dry ingredients. Wonderful. Got the flour, brown sugar, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg. And now I will go ahead and throw in the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's actually 1.5 teaspoons. So but I was out. That bottle only had barely 1 teaspoon left. So here we go. There's that. I love the smell of vanilla extract. Vanilla is probably my favorite scent in candles or uh, soap or anything. I love the smell of vanilla. I think I need to turn this just slightly. Not that you need to see me, but um, where was I? Vanilla. Yeah, the vanilla and then eggs. 2 eggs. I didn't get those out either. Oh, I had most everything ready. I mean, I had all the ingredients out here at least. Stop yelling at me. All right, there's an egg. By the way, I've heard that if you put eggs in your plants, that it helps add nutrients to the soil. Let's see what else. Eggs. Yeah, I think this is all I'm gonna put in here before I blend it. Okay. Mix the eggs and the vanilla into the dry ingredients. Anybody talking on here? Eggs or eggshells? Eggshells. When you after you use your eggs, you crush up your eggshells and put them in your dirt. And supposedly it adds calcium or whatever, something like that. Okay, this is pretty much mixed up. I don't really want to mix it. Don't want to over mix it. Just enough to get everything incorporated together. That's good enough. We're going to set that aside for a second. By the way, I have never made this recipe, so this is another kind of experiment. Um, any questions so far? Am I keeping up? My chickens eat the eggshells. Yeah, I've I've heard some chickens do that. And one of the reasons your chickens might eat the eggshells is they're not getting enough calcium in their diet. You might want to put out uh, some people put out oyster shell um, to help them. Because if they do start eating their eggshells, they might um, start breaking their eggs. But anyway, I don't know if you have that issue or not. Um, let's see. Did I miss anything? um, I don't know if I missed a question or something, you can repeat it because I don't see if I've missed anything. All right. Oh, my apron's coming untied. Okay, so I mixed up that stuff. We're going to add apples. So I've got almost 2 cups of chopped apples. Oh, this thing came undone. I used this little handy dandy thing for the last dish I made. Oh, you can't really see much of it, can you? Ugh. There, that's good enough. This is the apple peeler quarter slicer. All right. Ugh. Well, worked pretty well for the most part. All right. What? What the? All right. There we go. Now we're going to. Well, I'm not going to throw these away. The peelings I'm going to add to the eggs and other stuff to add to my compost pile. Compost pile is good to make if you have a garden, flower garden or vegetable garden, either one. It's once it breaks down, you can mix it into the dirt and it adds nutrients back into the soil. I chopped some of these apples up earlier, just in the interest of time. But if you do it ahead of time, your apples may turn brown unless you put them in some lemon juice, lemon water. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if they turn brown. It doesn't make them unfit to eat or anything. And when they're baked in this dish, you're not going to notice the color of them because they're going to be baked brown anyway. But if you're going to be using apples for some kind of dessert where it's like kind of a presentation dessert, wild apples, you might want to put them in lemon juice. All right. Hey, that's perfect. 2 cups. Um, knocking in stuff. And apples. Oh, walnuts. How many walnuts? 3/4 cup. I'm not a huge fan of walnuts, but in a dessert, if they're nice and chopped up, then I can tolerate them. If there's like a cake or soft dessert, I don't want crunchy things in the middle of it. That's just me, but get rid of that. Some of these are kind of large. Ugh, don't need this anymore. All right, I'm gonna chop these a little smaller because some of these are kind of large pieces. And I prefer not to crunch down on a big nut. Oh, I think my cat's at the door. Oh, yes, of course she is. You have to interrupt when I'm in the middle of my baking video? My gosh. How rude. It is kind of hot outside, though. She hasn't been out there very long. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? Nuts. I mean, you might assume that I like nuts. And I like some type of nuts, but walnuts just aren't one of those kinds that I like to have. Do a very good job of. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, walnuts. I think walnuts kind of have a bitter taste to them. I think English walnuts are a little better, but um, let's see. No one wanted to peel apples for me, and my hubby got me one. I kept trying to insist people had to peel apples to get pie. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about the peeler quarter slicer. Yes. Oh, they're so handy, aren't they? Brandon, walnuts are good for men. I'm sure they are. They help to prevent prostate problems later on in life. LOL. They are good for reproductive health. Yeah, okay. I mean, I have them every once in a while. I put them in dishes like this one, of course, and I don't like to eat them plain. Like I said, I think they're kind of bitter. Kind of bitter like me sometimes. Just so bitter. Okay. Anyway, um, 3/4 of a cup walnuts. Okay, I may not go a full 3/4 of a cup. May cheat a little bit. This is my dish. I can do what I want. But for the sake of the recipe, it's 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts. All right. So bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. All right. 2 cups of chopped, peeled. It says tart apples. Uh, mm, these are not like the green apples, but the golden delicious, whatever they are. 2 cups, and then a 3/4 of a cup chopped walnuts. Okay, now we'll mix all that together. Hmm. Okay, this is looking very appley for one thing. Okay, walnuts are good for diabetes too. Oh, well, um, hopefully I will not get diabetes. I do like sweet things, but anyway. All right, let's get get stuff out of the way. So you need a 9-inch pie plate, and we're going to use a little bit of cooking spray. Voila. So mix well and pour into the pie plate. All right. Getting it all in there. Don't want to waste anything. Whew. All right. Oh, get this bowl out of the way. Okay, spread that around. Lovely. Lovely. All right. There we go. Don't want to spill it out of there, do I? All right. I'll try to tilt this to help let you see it. All right. I think you can see that. My phone is on this clippy thing. So that's what it looks like before baking. We're going to put it in there for 20 to 30 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20-minute timer start.
Thank you. Now, we're not done. Let me wash my hands now that I've stuck my fingers in my mouth. So the next part is going to be what they refer to as a hard sauce. I didn't make it up. That's what they said. A cinnamon hard sauce. So we'll have, that's in the way. So we'll have another bowl. And are the hard sauce ingredients. We got a fourth of a cup of softened butter. Fourth of a cup, which is 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna wash this one off. Why use a bunch of different instruments when you can just use the same ones? Not a big deal. Where were we? Fourth of a cup, margarine or butter softened. 1 cup of powdered sugar. What's that? That's a cup. 1 cup. That's about a cup. 1 cup powdered sugar. That out of the way. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon. Okay, that's about half a teaspoon with a few extra dashes. A dash of salt. Well, let me get the shaker for that one. I don't want to pour too much in there. A dash of salt with a little flourish. Dash. Forgot the milk. 1 tablespoon of 1 tablespoon. Tablespoon. That's half a tablespoon. So let's use 2 of these. I'm using almond milk. That's pretty much all I buy. Half and 1 full tablespoon. I'm just going to set that aside in case we need a little bit more. And oh, no, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Dash tablespoon of milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla. Oh, since I got a teaspoon here, I'll measure it. Oops. Didn't work out right. It's all right. It's fine. All right. Okay. I think that's it. So we had 1/4 of a cup of margarine, 1 cup powdered sugar, 1/2 a teaspoon of cinnamon, a dash of salt, 1 tablespoon of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is all for the hard sauce. So, yeah, okay. Beat at high speed. Oh, supposed to use a blender for all right, blender. Mixer for this? Forgot to get out the mixer. Oh, my gosh. What is wrong with me? Okay. What is wrong with me? Don't answer that. The rhetorical question. Um, oh, where's the plug? Oh my gosh. There are too many things plugged in. Ugh, get out of the way. My gosh. I gotta unplug this. Oh, charger. All right. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. Lovely. Now I'm going to unplug this just in case I accidentally, I don't want to accidentally turn it back on again. Not that I've ever done that, but just in case. All right. Let's scrape it all together. It's a little wetter than I was expecting. Shape into 2-inch thick roll or spread on into butter molds. Yeah, I think I might need to add a little powdered sugar because this is not shapeable. See if that's enough. The hard butter sauce is not so hard. I don't know. I put all the ingredients in it, right? Let's see. 1/4 of a cup butter, softened, a cup powdered sugar, cinnamon, dash salt, tablespoon of milk, teaspoon of vanilla. Hmm. Flour. Well, this one it doesn't. The hard sauce doesn't have flour. The flour was in the other thing, in the dish in the oven. This I may need to put it in the fridge to harden it up. I think I'll do that. Actually, I'll put it in the freezer. Try to speed up the hardening process. All right. So while we're waiting, last week I made some um, apple cookies. This is the last one. See the bits of apple in it? It's a soft baked cookie. Very good. Yeah. Last one. So while we're waiting, oh, thanks for the hearts. I've heard that the hearts help you get noticed on the algorithm. So just for future reference, if you want to click the heart a lot, that should help, you know, get the video a little more attention, maybe. So I appreciate it. Also, while we're waiting for the dish to bake, if you are not familiar with me, my name is Brandon Elrich. With Brandon, Elrich is so gay. That's my main publication. I also have a cat publication. I don't publish a lot on that one, but my main one is where I do most of my writing. I do articles and audio podcasts, and I'm on live videos like this one. I'm on with Wendy the Druid few times a week. And if you like any or all of that content, please subscribe. A paid subscription would really help so I can buy more groceries to make these desserts. One of the reasons I made this one is because apples are in season, and I moved into this house that had apple trees already, and nobody else is using them. So, I mean, it's a family farm location thing, so they're fine. I can use the apples, but yeah, I'm not going into some neighbor's yard and picking apples. But I was trying to find dishes that were kind of out of the norm. I wasn't going to bake just a regular apple pie or apple cobbler. That's why I went with these. I can't remember the exact name of them. Apple butter cookies. I don't think it was apple butter. I don't remember. But anyway, very simple recipe. So if you go to my publication, if you look through the post, you can see where I made these. I think I posted the recipe on there also, the video and the recipe. So if you don't want to see my stupid face, you can just read the recipe and make it yourself. So this one is called the Apple Mystery Dessert. And the mystery is it a pie? Is it a cake? Is it a pudding? It's all kind of a mystery. It doesn't have a crust. So, but it's in a pie plate and you slice it like pie. But it has, from the picture at least, it has more of the consistency of a cake. But it's very, I know people don't like this word, but looks very moist. except for the hard sauce. So anyway, um, yeah. So yeah, I was trying to pick recipes that were kind of out of the norm, like, and I'd never heard of this one or this. I'd never had the apple cookies, but I'd never heard of the apple mystery dessert either. Like, hey, why not? It's out of the Pillsbury Best Desserts cookbook. It is probably my favorite cookbook. Love all the desserts in it that I've made so far. Haven't made all of them. Maybe that should be a goal of mine sometime. Just go through the entire book. Oh, I was wondering why the chat slowed down. Sometimes it just stops and I have to scroll. Still don't know what a hard sauce is. Well, it's not. I don't. I don't know why they call it a sauce because it's not really. When you mix it up, it's kind of the consistency of batter. But once it once it solidifies, gets hard, it's you can shape it. They say you can put it into a roll or you can use butter molds. So I have a couple of these molds. A lot of times, cake decorators will use these for like wedding mints. So there's like this one. Uh, it's like a little flower. Hopefully you can see that okay. So I'm going to try that. And this one looks like looks like a maple leaf to me. So anyway, I'm going to try to use those. Hard sauce sort of gets softer as it melts, or like ice cream. Those look delicious. Oh yeah, those cookies. Is it tatin? I don't know. Sounds like working fondant. Yeah. I would. I don't know. I've never made fondant, but I've seen it, and I'm wondering if it is kind of like that because it kind of. I'll try to show you the picture here. Uh, Alexa, how much time is left?
You have a 20-minute timer with 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining.
Okay, you see the leaves on top? That's supposedly the hard sauce. So ugh, okay, there are only 3 minutes left on the timer. So I'm going to get out this hard sauce and see how hard it actually is. And it's really not very hard. It's not rollable. I'm going to stick it back in the freezer for a little while longer. So next time, or when you're making this, I would suggest starting with only a tablespoon of milk and go from there because it's just from the directions it seems to indicate that you should be able to roll it into a ball and make it into a it says let's see, what did it say, 2 inch, something like that. Yeah, a 2 inch thick roll, or spread it into butter molds. But even the consistency is that it is now, I think it would be too wet to be able to come out of these butter molds very well. I don't know. I could try it, I guess. I'll get just a little bit of it and put it in this mold. I don't think it's gonna. Oh my gosh, dropping everything. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's really gonna work very well. It's really good though. I mean, it's got a lot of sugar. Yeah, no, I knew it wouldn't. It's not gonna come out of there like this. Hmm. It's not gonna work this way. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer. Okay, so this is what happens in live videos. Sometimes things don't work, you know, but that's the way it goes. This is real life. I am not a professional uh, video maker, so I don't have a team behind the scenes that's editing everything and making everything look perfect. It's just me. Oh, Alexa, stop. I'm going to check on the mystery dessert. Mm, Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minute timer started.
It's still pretty wet in the middle, so I'm going to leave it a little while longer. So, what have we got here? What are we talking about in the chat? I missed a few things. Sounds almost like working fondant. Okay, I read that one. So let's see. I have made marshmallow fondant. Marshmallow fondant. Okay. This hard sauce is definitely a mystery. It is. It's a mystery to me too because it's not working the way I thought it should. Oh, it's very. Oh, it's whiskey rum vanilla butter. What? Huh? You eat it with mince pies, Christmas pudding at Christmas. You do a grand job, Brandon. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I try, but it's sometimes, I mean, everything else I've made so far has turned out really well, if I do say so myself. I'm not being arrogant or anything. I'm not trying to. I'm just joking. But they all have turned out pretty well. The cookies and the peach butter, the peach, I made something else peach. I don't remember what it was now. Peach sugar scrub for my face. I made something else that was edible. Well, the peach sugar scrub is edible technically. Peach cobbler cookies. Oh, I didn't make the peach cobbler cookies on video though. I could do that someday. But anyway, the apple cookies. Now we got the apple mystery dessert. I still have more apples, so I might make another apple dish next week. We'll see if I can find one that's out of the ordinary. All right, apple cookies are no more. All right, before the this mystery dessert comes out of the oven, I'll put down my apple pot holder thingy. Oh, I had to wear this apron again because I almost wore like a half apron, but then I wouldn't have anything up here, and I'm not as confident with my body right now. I've got this. I don't know. It's just so hard. Get rid of the stomach fat. Anyway, what? Oh, here you go. Hard sauce is a sweet, rich dessert sauce made by creaming or beating butter and sugar with rum, brandy, whiskey, sherry, vanilla, or other flavorings. It is served cold, often with hot desserts. Well, it's in the freezer right now, so it's going to be cold. But yeah, this one was made with vanilla. It didn't have the rum or whiskey or anything. So, what's up? Um, I had something else I was going to mention while we were waiting for this thing to bake. Now I can't remember what it was. I went over my publication. That's always a good filler. I talked about what I made last week. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Um, most of the stuff I make, I try to make it where it bakes only like a few minutes or something. Subscribe? Yeah. Well, I mentioned that, but yeah, please subscribe to my publication. I have 30 people on here. That's cool. Oh, Alexa, stop. Okay, I'm gonna check on it again. See if it's closer to done. Oh, yeah, it's rising a bit. It's kind of browning on the edges. Let me just give it a little, oh, yeah, it's still a little jiggly, still a little wet in the middle. Hmm. Well, it's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to stay in a little longer. So I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna stay. Um, sorry, making a racket over here. Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes.
7-minute timer start.
So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the final product with the hard sauce on it. I can show you what it looks like as it's in the oven, but it's still gonna take a little longer because it's not set up in the middle. But that's the way it goes sometimes. I don't have like, well, I'm sure not going to make two of them. I'm not going to use all these ingredients again and make two. And then what am I going to do with the other one? I'm not going to eat it. That's too much to spend on groceries to be just making double of everything and make myself fat by eating all this stuff. Anyway, my cat looks like she wants out again. I mean, come on. Can't you see? Oh, no, now she's laying down in front of the door. So, not necessarily wanting to go out just now. She's letting me know that she will be wanting to go out soon. So, I need to think about heading over there and opening the door for her, but not just yet. Well, thank you. Anyway, um, what was I saying? I don't remember. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. She distracted me. Cats are good at that. They distract me from my work a lot of times. Oh, ingredients. Yeah, can't be spending money on a bunch of ingredients and getting myself fat. But I don't mind spending money if I've got the extra money. So become a paid subscriber. Help me out. There's no need to just subscribe to these celebrities who already have millions of followers. They don't need the money. They don't close the door after themselves. They don't. She does have a little doorbell. Well, I call it a doorbell. It's this little raccoon scratcher that chitters when you scratch it. So it hangs on the door, and she goes up and uses that. And whenever it chitters, that means she wants to go outside. So I go and open the door for her. She's a smart cat. All right, I'm going to look at the hard sauce again just to see. Oh, what? Oh, Lombok has made this obvious. I don't know what that means, but oh, the hard sauce is getting harder. Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't work though, does it? Yeah, that doesn't work. Well, I think it's still, I mean, it's a little hard, but that's not gonna, let's spray this a little bit and try to put some of this hard sauce in the mold and see if I can get it out of there. Oh my gosh, no. Ah, no, that didn't work. That, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That didn't work. All right, putting it back in the freezer. I could tell it was a little better though. Oh well, Brendan. Roll out a leaf-sized shape and use a knife to cut into the leaf. And then draw the lines on it. Oh my gosh. With the blade, like you do with pastry. I mean, I could do all that, but this is so much easier. It would be if it worked. Stuff it in there and pop it out. Well, even so, I think it's still too wet for that, even. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave it in there a little longer, let it get harder. So anyway, well, I may have to just cut this off. So I've reached the hour. I'll show you the mystery dessert in the oven, and then when I post this video, I will show you the final product with the hard sauce leaves and flowers on top, hopefully. And so you can see the final product in the post. How's that? Good enough? Oh, what? Rolling on the floor. Leave it in there a little longer. Let it get harder. That's right. Just let it get harder. But I will. Let me take that off the thingy. Oh, Alexa, stop. Let's see if I can turn this around without muting it. All right. here we go. So there is the mystery dessert. Pay no attention to my oven. I know I need to clean it. It's getting brown around the edges, so that's good. But um, I don't know. It still sinks in just a little bit when I tap it. So I think I want to leave it in for just a couple more minutes. This is kind of typical of my oven. It does usually require, oh my gosh, where's my thingy? It does usually require a little longer for things. And I kind of like it that way because you can always leave it in there longer, but you can't go back the other way. If you leave it in too long, it's overdone. There's no coming back from that. Oh, there's my cat. She has decided that it's time to go out. All right, fine. Go out. There you go. Oh, did I set a timer yet? Uh, Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So you've seen the final, well, not the final product. You've seen almost the final product in the oven, at least. Um, let's see. Where are we? I need to go back in the chat, don't I? My Oh, yeah, I've been telling Alexa to start timers and such. Even they're louder, let it get harder. Yeah, yeah. Yes. My poor Alexa has been so confused. Yes. Oh, you should see mine. Big pile of stuff that cooked out of a pie on the bottom. Oh yeah, the oven. Need to clean it before the fall season starts. You can buy an oven thermometer, heat your oven up, and compare it to an actual setting. Yeah, I could do that. That requires another purchase. If you look up your oven, you might even be able to calibrate it better. Oh, this is an old oven. I don't know. Anyway, um, my oven can be calibrated. Well, I'm not sure if mine can or not. They aren't that expensive. Well, I am cheap right now, especially. I don't make a lot of money. I am a freelance writer, and I'm trying. Oh, hello, Edward. I am trying to make Substack my primary source of income. I'm not there yet, but I still have to do freelance work on the side. And man, Substack takes up so much time. At least for me, writing the articles is it takes a while. But that's the way it is for right now. I will carry on. I hope that some of you, oh, hello, Pat. I remember interacting with you somewhere. I think I just followed you maybe or something. I don't remember. But you're joining at the end of my program. I have just basically finished making an apple mystery dessert. And it'll be a mystery whether or not it turns out the way I want it to. But anyway, Kelly Jane, hello. Again, I'm sorry, but you're coming in at the end of this one. I've already mixed up the stuff. It's in the oven, and you know, it's it's still not quite done. The hard sauce is in the freezer, hopefully getting harder. It didn't turn out the way I thought it would. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. I don't know. But for right now, it's in the freezer. I tried to put it in one of these molds, and it didn't come out very well. That's what she said. Hmm. In my case, that's what he said. But we won't quibble over details. Yeah, this thing. This is not. Ugh. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Ridiculous. All right. I'm just going to keep it in this mold. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's uh, kind of rollable, but it's still pretty wet. Going back in the freezer. All right. Um. Okay. One question. Oh, Alexa, stop. Okay. One question. You naked under the apron? No, 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 no. Don't prove it. Just use your words. I I am wearing something under the apron. Not much, but yes, something. It looks like this thing might be close to finished. All right, I'm gonna take it out. Mm, all right. Hmm, here it is. This is the apple mystery dessert without the hard sauce. But hopefully, not too long, the hard sauce will be added. And I'll be able to put the hard sauce in some molds and pop it out and put it on top like it's supposed to. Yes, it does smell good. Okay. Why is it hard? I don't know. That's just what it's called. Well, I bet the hard part of it is that, as we learned earlier from Dilligath, is the hard part is probably the addition of rum or whiskey, a hard liquor. But also, the sauce isn't really what you think of as a sauce. It's not like a pourable type of sauce. It's more solid. Like when it comes after it comes out of the freezer and put it in the mold and everything, and then you put it on the warm dessert, maybe it kind of melts. But this one is not made with hard liquor. This one is made with vanilla. So, anyway, that's it. I'm going to call it. We're done. I'll post the final results along with the recipe and the video on my website. So look out for that. Semi-hard. That's right. It's a little chub right now. Anyway, good night. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe. You can see more of it. I'm not sure if you would want to, but there you have it. Goodbye.